Hello, folks, and welcome back to Rugby Ascendant. This is Chris live in central Pennsylvania for this European Professional Club Rugby Champions Cup final. This one, once again, at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Leinster taking on Toulouse. It looks like the Ireland versus the France national side in this game. Wow. Let's go ahead and get started here. Leinster's lineup for that's Toulouse. Yeah, that's Leinster. Excuse me, that's Leinster. Leinster's lineup, Hugo Keenan, who apparently now is going to abandon the summer tour and go play in the Olympics for the sevens side for Ireland. That's interesting. Hugo Keenan at fullback, Jordan Lamore, Robbie Henshaw in the center, Jamie Osborne, James Lowe on the left wing. Ross Byrne is the fly half. Jamison Gibson-Clark at scrum half. Caelan Dors is the captain wearing the number 8 jersey. Will Connors, Ryan Barrett, Jason Jenkins, Joe McCarthy are the two locks. In the front row, it's Tad Furlong, Dan Sheehan, and Andrew Porter. And off the bench for Leinster, Ronan Gallagher, Cian Healy, Michael Aliatoa, James Ryan, Jack Conan, Luke McGrath, Kieran Frawley, and Josh van der Vlier. Van der Vlier starts on the bench. That's a bit of a surprise. He's kind of moved down in the pecking order at Leinster. Interesting. For Toulouse, two top-flight European sides here playing today. For Toulouse, it's Blair Kinghorn, formerly of Ulster, used to playing at Kingsholm in the fullback position wearing the 15 jersey. Then it's Juan Cruz Malia, the international player. Then Paul Kostis, Pita Aki, Matis Lebel, and Roman Ntamak. Ntamak is the fly half, back from his injury, unable to play in the World Cup, but here he is now. He's back. Roman Ntamak, Antoine Dupont, the captain of the side, Alexandra Rumont, Jack Willis, Francois Cros, Emmanuel Mefou, Thibault Flamont are the locks. In the front row for Toulouse, it's Dorian Aldegrete, Piato Muvaka, and Cyril Bail, another of the French nationals. Off the bench, it's Julien Marchand, Rodrigue Neti. What a team. Your backup hooker is Julien Marchand. That's pretty darn good. Rodrigue Neti, Joel Merkler, Richie Arnold, Joshua Brennan, Paul Gros, Santiago, the man with the best name in all of rugby union, Santiago Chacobares, and Tomas Ramos, these Argentine nationals. The referee is Matthew Carley from England. The sister referees are Carl Dixon from England and Andrea Piatti from Italy. The TMO is Ian Tempest from England. And that is your lineups for today, the Champions Cup. Welcome back to the program, folks. Hopefully, we'll have a very good, entertaining day. Yesterday, the Sharks won, but honestly, it wasn't that entertaining a game if we're honest with ourselves. But here we go. It's a Champions Cup final from Tottenham Hotspur. I'm Chris, live in central Pennsylvania. I hope you're all well out there. So I apologize. My eyes are bothering me a little bit here. I might have to revert to the reading glasses periodically because I cannot see properly. Something wrong. I was up very late working on a video last night about the African National Congress, and their fortunes in the polls. So my eyes are bothering me a little bit here. But thanks for being here. Let me see who's in the chat. Hester's here, bystander, Robert Wood, Johan de Bruyn, and okay, thank you all for being here. Excuse me. So, just waiting for my broadcast feed to come in. It's supposed to come in at 1:45, which means the game's scheduled for 1:45. I'm not sure when it's actually going to start. Yeah, these aren't the right glasses. I don't think I've got two sets here. Neither one is the right one. Is this the right one? Oh, this is the correct one. I've got the correct one right here. Okay, there we go. That's the one. I know I can see. Look at that. Wow, it's amazing. It's a consequence of retina torn twice. Yep, so that's the glasses. I had them here all along. I was looking at the wrong ones. All right. Well, welcome back, folks. So this should be an epic game here. The teams have met, I think 5 times, and Toulouse has never beaten Leinster, to my knowledge. Let's take a look and see if that is, in fact, the true case here. Yeah, so head-to-head, the last 5 innings, I don't know about, however, last 5 innings, a lifetime, they've played quite a bit, 39 times. But Leinster holds a long-time advantage. 34 victories against 15 losses to Toulouse. Leinster's won the last 5 in a row. That's what I was thinking of. They won 5 in a row. Wow. So, who will win this one? Well, my bet is on Leinster. That's who I picked. I did pick the Sharks yesterday and got that one wrong. My Super Brew took a little bit of a hit yesterday. But hey, I didn't want to jinx, being superstitious, I guess, for the Sharks. Didn't want to pick on them because when I pick them to win this season, every time I pick them, they lose. So I decided to go against the grain, hoping for the best outcome. And I got it. Yeah, I did pick Seattle last night to win by 7 over Old Glory, and they won by 2, so I got both points. That makes up for the Gloucester and the Sharks loss. But yeah, I Gloucester by 7 in that game last night. So what's left this weekend for rugby? Well, we got Leinster and then the Sharks today. And tomorrow I've got 2 of the Major League Rugby games. And then it's back to next week, the URC and the quarterfinals. Or the last week of the season, excuse me, not the quarterfinals, the last week of the season. All right, teams are coming out on the pitch. Wow, now we're sold out today. Wasn't sold out yesterday, but it's sold out today. People are in the mood for some rugby today. There you go. A little bit of the noise going on in the background there. Right, here we go. Wow, it is a massive crowd. And a huge Leinster side. A lot of Leinster flags flying. And, of course, they've just let off the pyrotechnics, so you can't see anything. The field is in obscuration now. It's like watching a chemical platoon in the Army let off all the smoke grenades. Leinster in their dark blue jerseys. Toulouse in their bright cherry red jerseys. And this should be an epic Titanic game today. So, once again, I'm working on just a couple hours of rest here. I didn't get to bed till about 5:30 and got up about an hour and a half ago. So, the pitch looks perfect. James Lowe out on the pitch. I love this dark blue jersey for the Champions Cup that Leinster is wearing. I want to get one of these. Absolutely gorgeous. Man, this is an incredible stadium. It's one of the few, I guess I've never been in London. Matthew Carley is the official on the pitch. He's got a pretty cool white jersey on. Looking pretty studly there. Got big biceps. And Toulouse will kick it off to Leinster to get us underway. Antoine Dupont, the French captain. All right, we are just ready to go here. Leinster versus Toulouse. Towns, I've been to both these towns, Dublin and to Toulouse, but never caught either one of them for rugby. The whistle blows, and Matthew Carley puts us underway. Ball goes inside the 22 on, well, I can't say near side because I'm on the overhead camera. Here we go. On the far side. There we go. Jamison Gibson Park trying to dig it out from the ruck. And he's going to go with the box kick. Gibson Park from inside his 22 sends it down past midfield. It's taken there by Blair Kinghorn, who sends it high into the air just outside the 22 on the other side, where it's taken by Gibson Park. He offloads the ball. My goodness. Robbie Henshaw trying to make a move there, and he gets tackled. Crowd quiets down a little bit now. And Leinster will try to go through some phases, but they're tackled immediately. Toulouse all over that. Weather is absolutely perfect. The pitch looks gorgeous. We are in for a good contest here today. Ball kicked high into the air. Midfield, here comes a charge. Kinghorn, it goes backwards, but picked up by Antoine Dupont. So Toulouse manages to get the ball. Oh, they offload it. And Tamak, the fly half, gets tackled. Nice pass. Toulouse got some very crisp passing here early, but got a jackal coming. Nope. Caelan Doris couldn't quite get it. Nice passing by Toulouse. And they're coming to the outside. They get to the outside, kicks it back in. What a beautiful job by Jordan Larmour. Picked up by Dupont. He throws it up in the air. If it's not a forward pass, it's a try. If it's not a forward pass, it's a try. Antoine Dupont being tackled on the sideline. He tosses the ball up in the air, and it's picked up. Let's take a look and see. Piardi has got an argument here for Matthew Carley. Piardi, the side judge. We're going to go to the TMO. Crowd is booing already, but I think it may have been a forward pass. They thought it was in touch. So we're going to check for in touch. Oddfield always said no try because his boot was in touch. So let's see. Well, Toulouse really lights it up here less than a minute into the game. Lamar kicked it and Dupont gave a great chase. Oh, it's close. That angle we can't tell. We're going to have to get another angle. Here's a better angle here. Oh, yep, he's in touch. He's in touch. No try. Yep. Wow. An incredible offload, and it goes for naught. So there'll be no try. Andrew Piardi made the call on the field, real time, and said no try. That was the right call. Yep, he just caught the tip of his boot in touch. Wow. Wow. Toulouse fans, here we go.
Ian Tempest just running us through.
That was exciting stuff to start the game off here. So he goes down, that right boot just touches the line.
It is in touch. It is in touch.
Yeah, okay. Just wait and hold the throw. So 1 minute.
He's in touch.
Yeah.
No try.
It's a great decision from Bialdi.
4 or 3.
Yep, no try, says Matthew Carley. Wow. Man, listen to the crowd booing and cheering
Next job, the line out.
simultaneously. Caitlin Doris now with the ball after the successful line out, driving forward, carrying players with him, gets the ball out to about 10 meters. And this is going to be a clearance kick from the try zone. That's a nice kick. Goes in to touch the mark. Wow, that's a hell of a clearance kick. Who was that? That's going to be out to the 10-meter line from the back of the try zone. Beautiful stuff there. Well, in equal measure, the crowd cheered and booed for that decision to disallow the try. Boy, that is literally inches, moments, fractions of a second, or it would have been a try. Antoine Dupont lighting things up. Brilliant play on his part. Line out successful, not challenged, but then the tackle's made. Ball pops loose. It went backwards. So Toulouse still with the ball. Leinster defense is up to the challenge at the moment. Nice tackles being made by Leinster. And they're going to go wide. They kick it through the gap. Here's the chase. Hugo Keenan gets back there. He's got it. I think I said a lot more earlier. I was talking about Juan Cruz Mali. It was the one who made the nice kick for Toulouse a few minutes ago. Welcome to the handful of people here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And Gibson Park's going to have to play it. He kicks it down the pitch. Boy, what an exciting start to this game it has been. So it'll be a Toulouse line out now. Oh, the crowd is super into this game. So successful line out for Toulouse. They come across the middle. Dupont dumps the ball. And we've got a penalty for not rolling away. Well, offside. On the wrong side of the ruck. So penalty against Leinster. And this is from midfield. That was called against James Osborne. Dupont's going to go for the post. Ntamak will step up, or it will be Dupont. Right, straight down the middle of the pitch. It will be Ntamak. Oh, Kinghorn's doing the kick. Excuse me. Blair Kinghorn doing the kick. So why isn't Ntamak kicking? That's interesting. Yeah, Ramos on the bench and Blair Kinghorn out there, and he's kicking 4:32. Blair Kinghorn looks so young and fresh and wet behind the ear when he played at Ulster. Now he looks grizzled. This is a long kick from midfield. And he's going to get that just plenty easy. Kicks it into the crowd easily. So Blair Kinghorn puts Toulouse on top 3-0. Toulouse 3-0 now leading. And the scoring is open now. Less than 5 minutes into the contest. We've just gone over 5 minutes. The restart, Toulouse has it. There's a bit of work going on at the breakdown here. Uh-oh, counter ruck coming from Leinster. Being told to back off. I'm not sure why. Leinster backed off. Will Connors was in there. Crowd is booing because he's taking a long time to get the ball. Finally, Dupont kicks it. That was a long time. And it's taken successfully by Leinster, but he has to run around the official. Oh, obstruction by Matthew Carley, the official. Gibson Park in midfield. They're going to come to the near side. And his shadow's creeping in here. Osborne with the ball, but he's held up, tackled. Counter ruck coming from Toulouse. But they've just collapsed everything. A penalty for not releasing the ball. Wow. That did not go very well. Juan Cruz Malia with the ball for Toulouse. Counter ruck is successful. Good breakdown work by Toulouse. And Leinster looking a little shaky here now. Osborne. Yeah, Maafu came in there, made a big mess of things. And Toulouse now. Will they kick for the post again? Let's see. So this could put Toulouse up by 6 points pretty early here. Yep, he's going to go for the post. And Toulouse has been all over in the breakdown so far. Successful for them, 6:52 in the contest. Yeah, Kinghorn, Scottish player playing for France. Yep. I used to play for Northern Ireland. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. 7:13 in the half. Here's the kick. It's wide. It's going to come back, and it does, and it's 6-0. Wow. Boy, player Kinghorn is on the money, and 6 points just like that. 6 points for Toulouse. There you go, folks. Just like that. No tries yet. Here comes a restart from Ross Byrne. Ross Byrne kicks it high into the air to the far side of the pitch, inside the 22. It bounces on the turf. Toulouse just watches it, and it's picked up by Leinster. What a brilliant job by Jason Jenkins. Gibson Park's down there, and Leinster is only 10 meters away. Here they come. Leinster, pour it on, boys. They go wide. Oh, and they muffed it up. Knock it on. Got overly excited, poor pass, and turned the ball over. My goodness. Call to use it. My goodness. So here comes a clearance kick. The advantage is over for the knock-on. That ball will be fielded. Nope, it'll be only a touch. And it will be a Leinster lineup. But Leinster had the ball deep, and they just muffed it big time. I didn't see where that pass went because the camera's moving. So, well, that just really went their way. Jenkins hops up and gets that ball a few moments ago. Now we're back to live action. 8:34 in the first half. Toulouse leading 6-0. Leinster had a chance to square it away. They come away with the line out successful. Gibson Park over to the middle. Nice carry there by Robbie Henshaw. He's tackled. Gibson Park. Ball comes loose. Picked up over there by Ross Byrne. Byrne is tackled, but the player's not releasing. And Toulouse is, come on, man, that's a penalty. Unbelievable. Carly's letting them do whatever they want here in the breakdown. They enter it from the side, just lying there. Look at this. He's playing the number 9. My goodness. There's the penalty finally. Finally, we got a penalty against Toulouse for their play. Leinster with the penalty advantage. Here they come. James Lowe breaks through. He's inside the 22. He overpumped it. Ball's available. Leinster can still get it. Far side, it's being kicked all over the pitch. Back to the 22. Leinster has it. That was like a pinball out there. Driving forward is Dan Sheehan. Playing advantage, though, but they had a chance to break through the James Lowe. Ball stripped. Going to come back for the penalty. It's about time that penalty was called in Toulouse, though. Boy, James Lowe had a nice line break there, but just did not get the pass off. He found a little gap right there, cut through, and then inside the 22, but threw it away. Who was he trying to throw it to? I think he was trying to throw it to Will Connors. Yeah, James Lowe. It was a heck of a job, but just doesn't quite get it done. Oh, it's for Gibson Park he overthrew. So instead of taking the points on offer, Leinster mans up. They kick to the corner. It's going to be a 7-meter line out for Leinster. 10 minutes in the contest. All right. There's no tomorrow here. No bonus points for tries or a victory. You got to win this game. Crowd is cheering Leinster loudly now as the whistle blows. Noise is building now. Oh, and now they calm down. Dan Sheehan, up time on. Dan Sheehan to throw it in for Leinster. Sheehan goes in. It's not contested. They come down with it into the hands of Ryan Barrett. Into a maul go Leinster. Driving forward slowly. Now they're getting there. Here come more bodies in there. And the entire Leinster team is there. Now they're surging, but it's spinning sideways. Where's the ball at? He's going to blow a whistle here. There it is. They put it on the floor, and Leinster drives. Intimac in there on the tackle, it looks like. Ball is at 3 meters out. Oh, man, look at the offsides by Toulouse every time. They're offside again. Offside again. No call. They got players on the outside, but they throw it backwards, and they muff it up again. Osborne has to clean up the mess back at the 22. And a penalty for not releasing. Unbelievable. Toulouse committed half a dozen penalties there. Not a single one was called. Matthew Carley needs a pair of glasses. Let me load in mine. Here you go, Matthew Carley. Good Lord. Here comes Toulouse. They got a quick tap and go, but then they throw it into touch. Oh, a wide open field for a try all the way down there on the quick tap, and they threw it into touch. Man. We had a man with the ball. No one tried to tackle him. They tried to hit him a few moments ago. But Toulouse is committing all kinds of grievances here, penalties, and not getting called for it. Matthew Carley needs to start paying attention. Leinster line out successful. Gibson Park's going to start over in the middle. I think I didn't even have to wear these glasses, folks. James Lowe right in the middle of the pitch. Yeah, I got to wear the glasses. Sorry. Ross Byrne kicks it high into the air. There's a bit of a chase on here. It's bounced backwards. Oh, who's got it? Leinster has it. Kalen Doris with the ball. He dumps it backwards. A lot of confusion. They come to the near side. It's wide open if it bounces right. It will hold up. It held up. Oh, well, it worked out well for them. That was deliberate. That should be a penalty try. That's going to be a look at a penalty try there. Yeah, that ball was kicked across the pitch, and a Toulouse player intentionally knocked it down. So they kept it in play, and he was passing back. He had a man there, 2 men there. Oh, that's... So Dan Sheehan tries to pass a deliberate knockdown. That's a deliberate knockdown, folks. What a great job by Dan Sheehan. So what's the call here? No yellow card. Wow, just a line out to Leinster 5 meters out. I think that could have been a yellow card. That was a deliberate knockdown, preventing Leinster from scoring a try. 12:40. I don't see an empty seat in the house, folks. Not an empty seat. And a Toulouse player getting treated. What's like going to a soccer game in Europe? Here you go. Listen to this.
First attacking line out, really, isn't it? In a decent position, maybe a bit further out.
So here we go. Leinster from 5 meters. Dan Sheehan, 6 meters. They contest it, but Leinster comes down with it into them all. They're driving forward. Sheehan at the back with the ball. He's got it. The whole thing collapses. Advantage. They're playing advantage. Oh, they throw it away again. Ross Byrne on the far side. Hugo Keenan. Keenan down to the 5 meter line. But the Leinster side has advantage still. Kalen Doris. Boy, Toulouse is offside every time. They're offside again there. They go wide. And Hugo Keenan drives him back. Or that's Blair Kinghorn. 6 meters. Leinster working their way back in. Osborne. Oh, no, Sheehan, not Osborne. Ross Byrne with a carry. Ross Byrne tackled by Toulouse. And we're going to come back because nothing's happening here for that other penalty. Collapsing them all. Wow. So collapsing them all was the call against Toulouse. So I don't know what they're going to do here, taking their time. Yep, Kinghorn will kick to the corner. I'm going to go for the 5 meter line out again. That ball goes to the top of the lower level of the stands. Here we go. Leinster 5 meter line out. Dan Sheehan goes over. They need to get a try here. This is the 3rd time down here. They've come up empty. They go deep this time and they knock it backwards. And Leinster just manages to get the ball. My goodness. Will Connors gets his hands in there. But they lost about 10 meters. Now they're driving. Jenkins, but the ball's stripped away from him. Was it stripped or... Is it a knock-on or was it a strip? I guess they're saying it was a knock-on. My goodness. Oh, that's a rip. That should be a try. Wow. It looked like a rip to me. Joe McCarthy thought he had himself a try there. So did I. 15 minutes in the contest. Toulouse leads 6-0, and Leinster, for the third time, fails to score a try 5 meters out. My goodness. Crouch. Set. Toulouse successful, brings it out. Dupont kicks it down the pitch. That's a long distance kick all the way back to the 10-meter line where Blair Kinghorn picks it up. Or no, it's Hugo Keenan, excuse me. Keenan. Kalen Doris in the ruck. Ball comes wide from Gibson Park. He's over there. Going to go back to the center. Leinster working their way through the middle. Boy, the Toulouse side is really aggressive at the breakdown here. Really, really aggressive. Player entering from the side. No penalty being called. It's amazing. James Lowe on the other side. They go wide to the wing. Robbie Henshaw's out there. Jenkins. Gibson Park. Ball's high in the air towards the middle of the pitch, around the 22. Intimac buried by Kalen Doris. The ball comes loose. Oh, buried again. The ball's available. It's kicked backwards. Leinster. James Lowe has it outside the 22, inside the 22. He cuts back. Takes 3 players to get James Lowe down. And Toulouse not rolling away, just lying on the ground. No penalty called. Unbelievable. Kalen Doris with a carry now. Player being tackled with the ball. Front rower now. Osborne, back around the 22. And a tackle. A penalty against Toulouse. Now, are they going to go for the points finally here or what? It's getting ridiculous. Intimac hit the ground and got buried the moment he hit the ground a few moments ago. 17:46 in this one. They are going to kick for the post. Put a poll up there. Ross Byrne now going to kick. He had 81% across all competitions this year. He's kicked pretty well. Eyes. Ross Byrne. And he's going to get it. So finally, Leinster is on the board 6-3. I have to wear these. I really can't see anything this morning. That sucks. All right, so 6-3 now, 19 minutes in. Love these Leinster jerseys. Got a little pink trim on the neck and on the sleeves. Here's the restart. Intimac kicks it down to the far side. And it's taken on the fly by Toulouse as the Leinster players just stand around and watch them catch the ball. My goodness, Dan Sheehan over there. So Toulouse has it down around the 22. Boy, if I have to say one thing about this game, the team that is hungrier is Toulouse. At the breakdown, chasing loose balls on the kick. And they go out to the opposite side. Oh, there's a high tackle right there. Oh, obstruction. Obstruction. Oh, got obstruction against Toulouse. Guess it came before the high tackle. Ross Byrne now kick for space. Here's the kick. And that will give Leinster a line out on the Toulouse side of the pitch. Oh, yeah. Oh, Leinster line out now here about 35 meters, 36 meters away. Dan Sheehan to throw it in for Leinster. Ball goes in, not challenged. Gibson Park comes across to Ross Byrne. Ross Byrne to Osborne. Osborne dumps it to Caelan Doris, who's been very busy in this game. Ball on the pitch. Gibson Park in the middle of the field. Ross Byrne's going to kick it to the corner, but there is a Toulouse player over there. The ball goes backwards. Sheehan's there, but so is Jordan Lamar. Jordan Lamar with the ball. Leinster inside the 22 still. Oh, and Gibson Park has it stripped from him. And people are booing that there was no call for that. It's a knock-on advantage. Again, another rip, and it's called as a knock-on. It's not going Leinster's way. Not going Leinster's way. Andrew Porter in there at the breakdown now. DuPont taking all day. Finally a call to use it. Knock-on advantage over. That ball is caught on the fly by Keenan. Comes back to James Lowe. He's in the middle of the pitch working his way over to the near side. He sees a gap. Oh, James Lowe then loses the ball. It's a knock-on. And Toulouse kicks it forward. They kick it away, so now it's Hugo Keenan with the ball. He's going to send it back. The knock-on advantage was over, so Toulouse now comes up. High kick in the air by Kinghorn, Blair Kinghorn. Oh, and he buries Byrne. Oh, my goodness. Ross Byrne is just buried. Gibson Park at the 22. They come wide, a little bit of space, and they lose another ball. My goodness, the hits are coming hard. Whew, man. Francois Crowe came out of nowhere. Big hit. Gibson Park, somehow, Leinster still has the ball, but they're going to kick it away. Goes high into the air. Chase is on. Going to go about midfield. Caught on the fly there by Ntamak. He's buried by Caelan Doris. Wow. Jenkins and oh, that's a knock-on. No, they said it went backwards. DuPont gets a break. And that's a forward pass as he hands it off. It was a knock-on. Okay. Side judge overruled. Yeah. Wow. Good Lord. Ross Byrne just buried Blair Kinghorn on that play a few moments ago. Oh, that's a dirty play. That's a dirty play. Paul Costas led with his shoulder. They're having a water break now. That should be a card. That should be a card. He just led with his shoulder. No arm tackle. Wow. That should be a card. The TMO should be looking at that right now. Substitution. Peter Aki's out. Santiago Chocobares comes in the game for Petey. The man with the coolest name in rugby union, Santiago Chocobares. Yeah, Caelan Doris is having a good game so far. He's really doing some great work for Leinster in the middle of the pitch. (22 minutes 44 seconds into the contest). Yeah, I wish the people who said they were going to come would show up. I mean, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning working. No sleep, just to come back and do this. People said they'd show up, but they don't. Whatever. Can't control people's actions. All right, so I suppose whatever the case is, I get to enjoy the game with you all. So that's what matters in the end. All right, here we go. Crouch. Bind. First scrum of the game, 22 and a half minutes into the game, and Gibson Park puts it in the pipe. It collapses, And a penalty advantage. Leinster wins a penalty. They go out to the middle. Oh, there's space out here. Here they come. Leinster breaking through. The carry by Robbie Henshaw inside the 22. Gibson Park goes wide. They've got numbers. Byrne to the outside, but Toulouse has recovered. Kalen Doris with a carry. Gibson Park. Jenkins. Osborne. Hugo Keenan. Once again to Robbie Henshaw, who's having a great game here. And a turnover for not releasing the ball. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm getting sick of Toulouse here. Their machinations at the breakdown. They're entering from the side. They got hands in the ruck. They're playing the ball on the ground. And they get all day to commit these fouls. And then they get a penalty for ball not being released. Matthew Carley needs to take his head out of his backside. Unbelievable. My goodness. Unbelievable. Boy, Robbie Henshaw's having a good game too. Kalen Doris and Robbie Henshaw. Look at that side entry. DuPont enters from the side. It's a side entry. There's no penalty called on that. They're getting away with murder, Toulouse are. Absolutely getting away with murder here. Yeah, Gibson Park does look like he's struggling. Line out for Toulouse successful. They're into them all. Movaka at the back of that with the ball. Over midfield they go. Still going forward. And then the whole thing just kind of slows down and it collapses. And it's a knock-on. Or it's a maul held up. And so Leinster gets the ball back. That's a good turnover by Leinster. Nice job there. Leinster is getting no points from its dominance. It's been inside the opponent 22, 7 trips, and they've gotten 3 points out of that. The crowd is into it once again. 25 minutes in the contest here. It's the EPCR Champions Cup final. And quite frankly, I thought this would be a bit better game than this right now. But a lot of unforced errors by both sides, mostly by Leinster, has really kept the game scoreboard quite low at this stage. Now, look, Matthew Carley is not calling a good game. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm rooting for Leinster, but, I mean, it's just not a good game. Not a good game. I mean, Toulouse at the breakdown is committing so many fouls and not being called for it. Crouch. Bind. Set. Gibson Park puts it in the pipe. And Leinster pushing hard, but they're not getting anywhere. Better get out of there. So they pull it out. Gibson Park over to the middle. Ross Byrne. Robbie Henshaw kicks it forward. Chases on. It's going to bounce up at the 22. Oh, and Kinghorn gets it away. And retreating back there is James Lowe on the far side. Nice job catching it over the shoulder. Lowe does the dummy. Comes back to the middle. Osborne. Inside the 22. Nice kick. It takes a nice bounce for him, so it's going to come forward. Boy, Kinghorn had a hard time with that one. It went back forward. But he recovers and he kicks that ball into touch to slow things down. So it'll be a Leinster line out about their own 10-meter line. Wow. Light out. It's tipped up in the air by Toulouse. They've got it. And DuPont picks it up back at midfield. And DuPont slices right through the Leinster defense like butter down to the 10-meter line. Toulouse with the ball still. Tad Furlong trying to get out of the way. Oh, that was a dangerous pass, but Toulouse held on to it. Intimac. They come to the outside. Here they come. Toulouse, Costas gets down about 7 meters away. DuPont bounces it up, and it goes into the hands of Leinster. What a good break for them. Wow, what a good break for them. That was DuPont passed the ball and right into a Leinster player. It bounced off the player, went backwards. Now they have the ball. Call to use it. Here's a clearance kick from James Lowe, and it's charged down. Wow. Wow. What a turn of events there. James Lowe kicks it, it's charged down, but the ball bounces right into the hands of another Leinster player who kicks it up the pitch along the turf, and it bounces into touch. Wow. Yeah, Lowe gets charged down by Dupont. Yeah, Dupont. My goodness. Wow, nearly disaster there. James Lowe. My goodness. 28 minutes into the contest, still a 6-3 game. Line out from Toulouse uncontested. They're back around the 10-meter line after the clearance kick. Oh, stolen away. Dan Sheehan is on the loose. Over midfield. 10 meters. Down to the 22. Can he go all the way? No, he can't. 5 meters. Sheehan down to 3 meters. Gibson Park. And there's hands in the ruck. No. Bullshit. 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 Toulouse is entering from the side. They got their hands in there. They never released the tackle. And the crowd is booing with good reason. Matthew Carley, what were you paid for this game?
Dupont off his feet.
Unbelievable.
Which is why the penalty has been awarded. Watch Sheehan steal this.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Toulouse cheats again. Blair Kinghorn chased him down. Unbelievable. Boy, Dan Sheehan was amazing. Really picked up space. A lot of speed for a hooker. And look at this. The Toulouse guy's sideways over the ball. Not releasing. How in the world is it not a penalty? Unbelievable. Crowd booing with good reason. Unbelievable. 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 Line out, successful for Toulouse, deep in their own territory. Well, not deep. They get to kick it up to about the 30. And there's a penalty advantage they're playing already. Ball gets knocked backwards. Osborne gets there, but we got a penalty advantage. What was the penalty advantage? Wow. And just like that, we go from Dan Sheehan nearly scoring a try on a breakaway, running the length of the field, a hooker, and a penalty granted to Toulouse, which they should have been charged for a penalty. And they get another penalty here, and now Intimac's going to kick it down the pitch, and they're going to have a line out. Now, let's see where the mark is. I saw where that crossed the line. That crossed the line about 42 meters. Let's see where the mark is. 31 minutes now. This has not been an impressive game thus far. The Sharks game, much more exciting than this. Let's see. Line out successful to lose. No, they bounce it away. And Ross Byrne goes wide with it. Oh, Robbie Henshaw. It's dropped by Leinster as a knock-on advantage. My goodness. Boy, Leinster's offside. They come wide. Juan Cruz Malia gets taken out after he kicks the ball. Oof. He's taken down hard by Tad Furlong. And TV announcer saying he's tired watching it. Well, it's not that exciting. It's been kind of a boring game. Hey, folks, I see it's the loyal crew that's here. It's the usual suspects. Sorry with the glasses, but I cannot see this morning. I was up again all night. Most of the night working. Did some video production. Dan Sheehan with the line out here. They go deep. Successful. Gibson Park. Over to the middle. Ross Byrne. Byrne. Kalen Doris. Doris and Robbie Henshaw having great games. Ross Byrne gets the ball. He's going to kick it over midfield. Up into the air it goes. Blair Kinghorn comes down with it successfully. Gets over midfield. Oh, nearly had a jackal there, but the player fell down. Blair Kinghorn has had a good game thus far for Toulouse. Dupont digs it out of the ruck. Toulouse goes a couple steps. Going to go back the other direction to the short side of the field. Intimac, he's taken down there by Gibson Park. Kalen Doris is there. Off your feet. Well, how about telling Toulouse that there, Matthew Carley? They're off their feet every breakdown and side entry and hands in the ruck, and you haven't called any of those. Called to use it by DuPont. He kicks it down the pitch. It's 50-22, and he got it. He got it. 50-22. Stephen Kitsoff and Brian Haban is sitting in the stands. Wow. It's a line drive kick. Just bounced in. DuPont, incredible. Habana and Kitsoff impressed by that. And a successful line out for Toulouse just inside the Leinster 22. This thing could get away from Leinster right now if they don't get control of this game. All the pressure they've had, and they've got nothing to show for it. Toulouse brings it out. Over to the middle. Chocobatis with the carry. DuPont goes wide. Intimac. Ball goes low. They got a man on the wing. There's nobody there. Oh, my goodness. They get to him. 5 meters out now. Toulouse, the ball comes out of the ruck. And it's diving forward. It's a knock on, so... Wow. Oof. Joe McCarthy. Oof. So Joe McCarthy dives in there, nearly gets it, but it's a knock on. I want to see that replay. There's the knock on. Yeah. Yeah, it was hit by Kalen Doris. Oh, no, he touched the arm. So, whew, man. Wow. So Matthew Carl's explaining what's going on to Joe McCarthy there because he was a bit surprised. But we've got the television announcers talking about all their other radio, or their broadcasts for other sports that we don't really care about. 34 minutes, 24 seconds, first half action. 6-3. Can you believe it's just 6-3? I don't see any empty seats in the house. Beautiful. Tottenham Stadium. Clock is running, so it's a scrum to Toulouse. Leinster needs a huge scrum here. They need a huge scrum. Leinster needs a big scrum right here. Here we go. DuPont. Crowd starts getting into it again. Bind. Set. And it collapses. Penalty against Leinster. Carly says they went straight down. So what are they going to do? Porter's not happy about that call for Leinster. Yeah, very obvious. Carly's telling somebody there's no discussion here. We're finished our discussion. So they're going to go for the points here. Blair Kinghorn trying to make it a 9-3 game. He's made 2 out of 2 so far. This is his shortest kick, I believe, so far, just 32 meters. Former Ulster player, Scottish national Blair Kinghorn. Here's a kick from the near side. That's going to go straight through, and it's 9-3. 9-3. It's almost halftime here, folks, and it's been a snooze fest. Gee, many crickets. That ball goes deep and straight into touch. Oh, Ross Byrne kicks it straight into touch. That's not good. Straight into touch. Wow. So we go to midfield. Scrub. Toulouse. Scrum penalty here leads to another 3 points. Gee, many crickets. The Saracens mark painted out there on the pitch. That's what it looks like. It's the Champions Cup, but it looks like a Saracen symbol upside down. Crouch. Bind. Set. Oh, come on. Toulouse collapsed that time. They get away with one. They go wide. Chaco Barras dumps it off to Costas. Costas over midfield. And over top the ball is Leinster. They've won that. But they got a penalty. What? What a crock. Chaco Barras is down. Oh, Santiago Chaco Barras got hit. Chaco Barras got hit late there. I want to see where the penalty was here. Okay, he gets up over the ball, clean. He's on his feet. Clock is still running. Approaching 39 minutes. Chaco Barras getting treatment on his rib cage. So the clock finally stopped at 38:54 in the first half. Santiago Chaco Barras getting a little treatment on his rib cage. Or rubbing him up there now. I can't believe that penalty was called against Leinster. It was a clean turnover. So they're going to kick it. Going for the post. Chaco Barras is up and moving. Wonder if he just had the wind knocked out of him. So this could take it to 12-3 to end the first half. Leinster at 8-9 trips inside the 22, and they've got no points. Tomas Ramos over on the sideline there, the French national, who's not in the game. Ooh, Ntimak got a big cut above his left eyebrow. Last minute of the game now. So Blair Kinghorn, I don't see the shot clock, but he is taking the kick. 29 seconds. There it is finally. The television crew gets it up. He's made 3 for 3. This one's from 54 meters. Probably his most challenging kick yet from the sideline. 9-3 is the score. Yeah, the second half hopefully will get better. Kinghorn just left of the post. So, 22 kick. So, Blair Kinghorn misses his first kick of the game. That's a tough one, just slightly to the left of the post. And we've gone over the hooter now. Here comes the restart. Do not kick it out on the full, he said. DuPont gets it at midfield. He's tackled about 45 meters out. Leinster's, it's tackled by Leinster. They've got it. And they win a penalty. And the crowd goes wild. So a chance for Leinster to kick a long goal here or try to get it down the sideline. DuPont is the one who turned that ball over. Yeah, it's around a 22 line out. That means they could line this up for a drop goal. All right. Leinster has been nothing but a basket full of mistakes in this first half. And let's see, there 8 visits inside the 22. Toulouse has made 3 inside the 22. Dan Sheehan to throw it in. Line out, successful. Leinster inside the 22. Nice carry by Caelan Doris. Down to about 10 meters. Oh, that's a cheap tackle there. Took the man's knees out. Osborne now, but there's no one over there. Osborne cuts back. He needs help. Leinster gets there. We've still got a Leinster play down. It's Caelan Doris, I think. Robbie Henshaw. Offsides, advantage to Leinster. And Jenkins is down after that cheap hit. And I want to see the TMO on that. James Lowe thinks he scored a try, but he didn't because the whistle had blown. How about a TMO on that cheap hit? Jenkins' knee was taken out intentionally, and he's still down on the pitch. No one's looking at it. Carly doesn't see him down. And finally, we're just... Oh, Carly, what a shithead. He's like, I got a player down there. He goes, yeah, what are you going to do? I got a player down because of a cheap hit on his knee. Let's see this again. No, it's foul play. That's a red card. That's a freaking red card. He went for his knee. Look at that. How is that missed in live real time? Carly's standing right there. I saw it from 6,000 miles away. And then he wants to rush the game up. He blows the whistle when the play is still live. This is such a crooked called game. Where is the TMO? That should be a freaking red card. He dove right at his knee. No arm tackle. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So they're going to go for the post. This is crap. I've never seen Carly call this poor game. Unbelievable. Where's the red card? No one. The announcers aren't talking about it. The TMO hasn't interjected here. Unbelievable. It should be a red card. So he's going for the post. What a crappy turn of events here. And he gets it. 9-6 now. Halftime. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. It's tough to play the game when you're playing against 16. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Halftime, folks. Wow, Jenkins probably got some, hopefully not, but could have some knee damage from that cheap shot that was thrown against him. I cannot believe they did not call a card on it. Didn't even go look at it. Didn't even go look at it. What the heck good is the TMO? That was a clear, cheap shot. I saw it from behind. From the front, it looked even worse. From the angle that Matthew Carley had, it was horrific, and he just missed it. One can only imagine it's intentional. When you allow players to intentionally injure other players like that, and you don't even call a penalty or look for a card, you look the other way, that's dirty. That's absolutely dirty, and that's World Rugby needs to clean that crap up. People like this shouldn't be officiating. This is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Unbelievable. So we're at halftime here, folks. And it's a 9-6 game. Leinster just not getting it done. But it's understandable because Toulouse is getting away with so many penalties, so much dirty play, cheap shots. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Okay. Ruben says it should be stay in his pocket. Well, I don't know what game you're watching, but that was clearly a red card. Clearly an intentional effort to injure the player. There was no effort at a tackle there whatsoever. No effort at tackle whatsoever. Well, what do we got going on? Springboks are falling like flies, folks. It's going to be nobody left to play the summer test series against Ireland, Portugal, and then go into the Tri-Nations. Oops, sorry, the Rugby Championship. Excuse me. Springbok players just falling by the wayside. However, the Sharks yesterday, what an incredible game we saw there, watching the Sharks just pull it out after getting nothing done all season long. Wow. They really got it done yesterday. So the Sharks just unbelievable yesterday. And they win the Challenge Cup. That's pretty cool. Eben Etzebeth says that his Challenge Cup victory is just behind his World Cup victory. Just behind it. Yep. He says it's his best club memory ever. Wow. Wow. Jacques Nienaber helping out the Leinster side, but it's not helping right now. My goodness. This one will rate as third because the two World Cups will always be 1 and 2, but at club level, this one is by far the best one, says Eben Etzebeth. So the last championship I won was the Currie Cup in 2012 at Western Province when we beat the Sharks that were coached by John Plumtree. Wow. To win a first international trophy and it being the first one the Sharks have won is special. So in my club career, this is the best memory ever. Wow, that's what Eben Etzebeth had to say. He said the motivation came from within because we were 4 or 5 months ago, where we were 4 or 5 months ago, and how we turned it around. That was a big motivation. We knew that in a couple years' time, no one would remember who played in the final, but they would remember the champions. That was our big drive, to win the cup and put a silver lining on our season, which hasn't been great. If you told us that we were going to win the Challenge Cup and qualify for the Champions Cup, we would have taken that. Yep. So we want to be measured against the best teams in the world, and that's in the Champions Cup. But tonight was special because it felt like we left our best for last, and the guys were incredible. Yeah, well, can't argue about that. Well done. Well done. My goodness. Wow. So let's see what Rob Howing has rated. He said Fossey 7.5, Werner Koch 7. The soon Durban departing right wing found trademark fulsome involvement hard to come by. Yeah, no kidding. He was not even in the game. I don't know how you get a 7. Ethan Hooker gave him a 7. Francois Fenter 7. Now, Mapimpi got an 8.5. Siam Masuka got a 9. Grant Williams an 8. Pepsi Bouteille 7.5. Vincent Chichuka an 8. James Fenter an 8. No, James Fenter was a 9. James Fenter was a demon. Yep. Yeah, in fact, he even admits here that the open side flanker was among the most demonic Sharks defenders when their integrity was constantly tested in the first quarter, and his work rate seldom retreated. His reads and timings and tackle situations were often tip-top. Yet he only rated him an 8. Etzebeth was rated an 8. Says there was abundant evidence from the Lock Bruiser why his captaincy, frankly, tends to be underappreciated whenever he's handed the chore. Etzebeth exuded authority, questioning the referee spiritedly, but seldom to the point of risky annoyance. His own game was customarily fiery, stamina-laden, and muscular. Crisp, cerebral, little over the top, flick pass to lead up to Fossey's try. Yep. And Vincent Koch, they gave a 9. Bongam Manambi 7, Oxenche at 8. Yep. All right, so there you go. Sharks win the Challenge Cup. So Werner Koch has some hardware he can put in his house now after being robbed of all his 7s paraphernalia. Scrum dominance proved decisive, with the Sharks being the first South African side to win a major European rugby trophy by beating Gloucester 36-22 in yesterday's Challenge Cup. Pepsi Buthelezi, Afile Fassi, and Makazole Mapimpi all scored tries for the Sharks, with fly half Siam Masuku landing 8 of his 9 goal kicks in a 21-point haul. Wow. Wow, but it was South African prop Vincent Koch was named man of the match. Well, my man of the match was James Fenter. Yeah. So, man, oh man. Remember that Fossey was given a yellow card there in the first 6 minutes of that game. And, you know, Gloucester was warned for their scrum. It's the next penalty, you're going to get a card. And then they had 4 more scrum penalties after that, never got a card. Oxen Chase, pretty funny. He was commenting about the scrum changes. He said, I guess we should start watching rugby league. If we don't want the scrum in rugby union, I guess we should start watching rugby league, in my opinion. Well said, Ox. The scrum for South Africa is a big weapon for us, but we're going to have to find another way to remain strong at what we're strong at. The scrum is a big part of the game, as rugby is a game for all shapes and sizes. Scrum is also part of the game where the big boys can take on and challenge each other. Yep. I guess we're going to have to watch rugby league. Yep. Yep. That is spot on. On the money there, folks. On the money there. Anyway. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Western Cape rally, final rally for the Democratic Alliance was about an hour ago and ended. Yep. Huh. Yep. All righty. So halftime, there are no activities going on. They're actually out just repairing divots in the pitch. No kids on the pitch, no halftime entertainment. And the club seats are empty. People have gone upstairs to get their booze or alcohol, whatever it is they're doing, and get their food. But yeah, most folks are just hanging around their seats, but a fair number of people vacated in the expensive seats. They must be getting some free booze, and that's why they're there, would be my guess. Anyway, the Sharks have redeemed their season. What a horrible season it's been. But something's going on now. Excuse me. Springboks have got all kinds of problems, though, with all these players being injured. Of course, it's not just them. We see that Hugo Keenan will not be playing for Ireland. That's going to hurt them. If only James Lowe would go play for the Sevens. That would really be great when they come to South Africa. Rossi Erasmus and his wife, Nicoline, have divorced. Wow. That's news. Springbok head coach Rossi Erasmus and his wife, Nicoline, have reportedly ended their marriage after 20 years. Afrikaans magazine Huis Genoot reported it was in possession of court documents about divorce that was finalized on April 29th. Wow. The relationship has been in rocky waters because they're no longer living together. When asked by the publication for details on the divorce, Erasmus' lawyers said lawyers do not comment on clients' personal matters. Ooh, there you go. Rossi, of course, famously has kids. When he was banished and couldn't coach, the kids were part of his social media output. Yep. My goodness. Well, Rossi Erasmus gets divorced. Interesting. Huh, that is interesting. So I didn't know that. Well, lots happening in the rugby world, huh? And a lot of it away from the pitch. Let's see. Just looking, picture of his kids and his wife. She's a former nurse. Remember he had his dog, they adopted a dog as kids. Yep. Well, oh boy, wow, that's Rossi Erasmus getting divorced, huh? His daughter's dating Andrea Hugo Fento. Really? I didn't know that, Chris Marie. Ruben says, stop complaining about officials. This is not football. I'm not talking about officials. I'm talking about Rossi Erasmus' divorce. Cobus Dutoy Bosmus, the price Rossi is paying is very high. Not good. The price of what? Getting divorced because he was coaching, or is he got a huge settlement? Yeah, look, I mean, I don't have empathy for people, you're going to talk about people getting divorced because they're in business or they're playing in sports and they travel. I mean, try being in the military. See how many people survive those marriages and the stress and the hazards and the challenges go on for military families. So, yeah, it's, or a police officer. Very difficult. Democratic Alliance, bystander puts the thumbs up. I didn't know his daughter was, I guess she's old enough now, yeah. Are two of those girls twins? They look like twins. I always thought they were twins. Wasn't sure. Oh, it wasn't me. It was someone else complaining about the officiating. Gotcha. Fleshman said the ref last night wasn't great, was he? No, he missed a few things, but he called a pretty even game. Yeah, and a number of those calls went against the Sharks. They are twins. That's what I thought, Chris Murray. Yeah, they are. That's what I thought. Yep. And then they got the younger daughter there. She looks like Rossi. The other two, I don't know who they look like. I guess they look like their mom, but the twins. Yep. So it seems like an interminably long halftime here. Yeah, Kobus can understand Eben's sentiments. Yeah, I can too. It's although he's a traitor. I mean, if he wasn't a traitor, I'd be happier for him. as a Province fan, I think he's a traitor. Yeah, no, but that's fine. Yeah, the Curry Cup, but that was in the days when we had Alistair Coetzee, a man who couldn't win a championship if it was handed to him at lunchtime. Yeah, no, we should have won 2 Super Rugby titles when he was a coach and 5 Curry Cups. Yep, easily. Yeah. Andre Hugafenta. He's kind of a squarish looking dude for the Bulls. Yeah, rugby definitely has a problem, but it's World Rugby and it's their rules committee and it's the men who run the competition. And I've said this for a long time. The problem with World Rugby is it's an old boys club, and an old boys club for the traditional rugby nations, not for anybody else. You can't rain on their parade. They don't want you there. If you're not the Six Nations minus Italy, and then New Zealand, South Africa, you don't matter. And it really is just the European ones, the British Isles teams that really just rule the roost and make the decisions. I mean, look at Sir Bill Beaumont, still in charge of rugby union. It's time for him to find something else to do with what remains of his days. Yeah, no, it's, Andre Fenterson, that's correct. Yes, Chris Marie, that I knew. Yep. Well, we've had a decent crowd here. It's not huge. I mean, I wasn't going to cover this game. But our audience asked me to cover it, so I decided to cover it, and we briefly got over 40 viewers. That was exciting, but people left. All right, looks like they're getting ready to come back out. Here comes both sides right now. We're getting ready for the second half. Let me turn off the halftime marker. That was a long halftime. At least it felt that way. So Leinster really needs to get its act together here in the second half, folks, because they are really sucking on hind teat, not getting it done. Do I have a Curry Cup tie? I do not, Hester. I do not have a Curry Cup tie. I've never seen one on sale. I've been to Curry Cup matches. I've been to Curry Cup at Loftus, at Ellis Park, and also at Kings Park. But I've never anywhere else. That's all. In Bloemfontein, it wasn't a Curry Cup game. It was a Tri-Nations. So, yeah. So I've never gotten a Curry Cup. I didn't know they had Curry Cup ties. What a beautiful stadium here, folks. Getting a lovely view of it from the air. It's gorgeous. So Blair Kinghorn having a hell of a game for Toulouse. And Caelan Doris doing a heck of a job in a losing effort here. So Ross Byrne will kick this one to start this. Here we go. Second half. Ball goes deep inside the 22 and it's taken there. Oh, man. Emmanuel Mafau. And he takes the ball, goes down. Ruck is formed here. DuPont's going to dig it out of the back. Call to use it once already from Carly. From inside the 22, Antoine DuPont with the left boot down the pitch. Nice kick. It's going to go past midfield. Just into touch. So it'll be a Leinster line out as we start the second half. And we have had the replacement. James Ryan comes in for Jason Jenkins, who was taken out on a dirty tackle, which never resulted in a penalty, let alone a card. Horrible, horrible tackle. Line out successful from Dan Sheehan, Gibson Park, Ross Byrne, Robbie Henshaw, Gibson Park. Whoa, nice job by Byrne to pick it up. Hugo Keenan goes forward. He's tackled there. So Leinster trying to work it up midfield. Osborne almost broke through, but they closed the gap last second. Still, he gets up to midfield. And they go wide. Jordan Larmour taken down. And once again, Toulouse cheating on the breakdown. They get away with it and they poach the ball. because they're allowed to enter from the side, put their hands on the ground, do whatever they want to do. Virtually no. That's a 50-22. Better get over there. No, it's going to bounce back into play. Ross Byrne trying to get to it at the 5-meter line. He kicks it. And not many options as he had a Toulouse player in his face. So not a very good kick. Not a very good kick. And Roman Ntimak is complaining about something. I have no idea what he's complaining about. Roman Ntimak. He's not happy. So it's a line out for Toulouse, about 26 meters. Movaka goes over to do the line out toss in. Chocobarra seems to be okay after that hit in the first half. Line out successful, not challenged by Leinster. They go across the middle. Chocobarras with a carry. Dupont to Ntimak. Ntimak kicks to the near side. Chase is on. Who's going to get there? And nice job by Gibson Park, who took the mark. Wow, that was brilliant. Kicks it down to the other 22, where the mark is taken by Kinghorn. Gibson Park gives chase. And it's going to be kicked high into the air, taken down on this end by Hugo Keenan. He comes up to the 10-meter line, gets around Dupont. He blazes past Dupont, but he does get tackled. Gibson Park. Kalen Doris with another carry. And again, look at this nonsense at the breakdown. Dupont, Gibson Park high into the air. Chase is on. Oh, Kinghorn, nice job on the high ball, and he's tackled. And a penalty for not releasing on Toulouse. Finally, breakdown penalty. And Leinster wins a penalty. They could tie the game here if they decide to go for it. Yeah, Kinghorn refused to release that ball, so that's a penalty. Are they going to go for the post? I mean, you want to win this game. Dan Sheehan with a big tackle there. He's having a heck of a game, too. Sheehan with that incredible carry in the first half. Nope, they're going to kick to the corner. They gain almost no territory. It's a terrible kick. It's a terrible kick, so they get inside to 22. Ross Byrne with a terrible kick. Almost nothing gained from that. Wow. Unbelievable. Very poor kick. And they lose the lineouts. They didn't take the 3 points on offer, and now Toulouse has the ball. Jeez. Tad Furlong there for the tackle. Dupont digs it out. I'm going to try to do a few phases here. Tackle made. Yep. It was a terrible line out by Dan Sheehan. Substitution. Josh van der Fleer coming into the game. About damn time. Placing Will Connors. Sheehan, successful line out. This time back at the 45-meter line. Ross Byrne over to Osborne. Osborne runs into a wall. Driving forward. Josh van der Fleer helping drive him. Tackles made. Kalen Doris now. Down to the 10-meter line. The ball stolen. And then Gibson Park steals it back. Toulouse. And out comes Josh van der Fleer. Josh van der Fleer came away with that. It was a knock-on. Offside now, penalty. Are we playing advantage? They kick to the corner. Chase is on. Sheehan doesn't get there. There's a whistle. We're going to come back? Finally. Now you got to take the points. Got to take the points. It's right in front of the post. Got to make the points. Malvaca had that steal, but Gibson Park wouldn't let go of it. So, this is straight in front of the post. Can we get back to live action here? I'm showing replays. Dan Sheehan, Kalen Doris having big games for Robbie Henshaw's the other one. Oh, they're looking about HIA for somebody. So they'll line this up for the kick. Could tie the game up. £400. Okay, I'm not surprised. It's London. But £400 is not that much. Ooh, that was a wobbly kick, but went right over, and it's 9-9. 9-9. Tie game. Not a single try scored in this game. Hey, Jacques Nienaber sitting on the side there. Traitor! That's fine. I'd rather see Rossi as a coach. Here's the restart. And Timac kicks it down around the 22. And it's knocked on by Toulouse, but picked up by Josh van der Fleer. Van der Fleer over the 22, tackled, and the player not rolling away again. But he is kind of pinned in there. So, Tad Furlong. Okay, it was a knock on by Red. We're going to come back for that. Scrum to here we go. Jacques Nienaber is the water boy, just like Ala Horace Erasmus running out on the pitch. Overpriced, overpaid water boy. Knock. Jacques Nienaber is the water boy. He learned that from Rossi, didn't he? The water boy. It's like an Adam Sandler movie, isn't it? Definitely being the water boy because nobody's listening to anything he's saying. Clock stopped here as a Leinster player gets treatment. Is it Tad Furlong? Yeah, it's Tad Furlong who's getting a little bit of treatment there. TMO apparently is looking at something as well. Carly talking to Toulouse, the Dorian Aldeguerre about the French national about the scrum. So here we go. Clock is restarted here. Bind. Set. And a nice drive by Leinster. Oh, they're driving it backwards. They win a penalty on the scrum, and the crowd goes wild. Over the middle to Osborne. Osborne goes wide to James Lowe. James Lowe on the outside, but he doesn't get the ball to the wing. Still playing advantage. Gibson Park. Chip and chase. We're going to come back for the penalty. Wow, scrum penalty. DuPont looks a little out of sorts at this point. Gibson Park looked out of sorts in the first half. They've kind of changed, put the boot on the opposite foot here. Boy, Josh Van der Fleer's had a big impact since he came in. You can see him there driving in that scrum. They had no scrum dominance the entire game until then. That's after Josh Van der Fleer came in the game. Man, the crowd is suddenly surging in noise here.
Sheehan's got a ball, got a drive.
Not a great kick. Just over midfield. It's time for Leinster to get something done here. Line out. Dan Sheehan has not done very well in these line outs. Usually much better. Goes deep, no challenge. Gibson Park over the middle to Byrne. Ross Byrne dumps it to Osborne. Osborne, nice pass. Back to, Larmore and Hugo Keenan. James Lowe is there. Oh, man, that player interfered with the ball. But it bounced into a Leinster hand, so it worked out. Went to the short side, a bit surprising there because there's a lot of Toulouse defense over there. Oh, nice pass back. Kalen Dorris breaks through. Beautiful backside pass. Gibson Park goes wide on the outside of James Lowe. Lowe dumps it off. Hugo Keenan. Keenan's taken down at the 22. Yeah. Penalty against Toulouse. I thought so. Laying on the ground, grabbing the ball. Initially, he signaled the penalty was against Leinster, and he corrected it. It is against Toulouse. They were laying on the ground playing the ball. Finally got called for it. But, I mean, you couldn't ignore this one. I listened to the TV announcer saying he's entitled to compete for it. No, not lying on the ground, he's not. Not lying on the ground, he's not entitled to compete for it, and that's what he did. Big moment. Momentum shift potential here. And Leinster goes for the corner. Now they've got to get it done. If they can get a try here, and he falls down, he reaches for the ball. Yep, he never released it. So line out for Leinster. He had a good jackal, but then it all fell apart. Line out successful. They're into them all. Here goes Leinster. At the back of that is Dan Sheehan. He's saying once, they're moving forward the whole time. They're down to about 6 meters now. And look at the Toulouse players all over on the side here. Sheehan trying to place the ball. Knock on. Wow. And Leinster screws it again. Unbelievable. That's a good call that time. My goodness. They are not getting it done from these mauls. Leinster's mauls are a disaster. Time is stopped at 51:55. Player was hit in the air. That's not a penalty called. He should have been called for hitting a player in the air. That's a penalty. The Leinster player was hit in the air by the jumper. My goodness. Yeah, well, the head coach not happy about that for Leinster, and with good reason. All right, so now it's going to be a 5-meter scrum to Toulouse. We got some changes coming. Joel Mercola and Julien Marchand are coming in the game. Set. Oh, and Leinster drives them back, but they come away with it quickly. Josh van der Fleer on the ground there. He lets go. Call to use it here. McCarthy ran early, but the ball was passed and not kicked. So Leinster trying to get inside. Out near the 22 now is Dupont digging it out of the ruck. Ball over to the center here. Dupont going to dig it out again. Leinster needs a turnover here after wasting another golden opportunity to score. Their rolling maul is garbage tonight. Crowd is booing because Dupont taking all day. Finally launches that ball. It's going to go over midfield, taken down there by Hugo Keenan over to James Lowe. Lowe dances, cuts through, but he's taken down in midfield. Francois Crowe is the one who tackled him. French national. Andrew Porter driving through the middle. Oops, be careful there. Leinster off their feet. Ross Byrne. A good call by Carley saying taken in no 50-22. Ball bounces backwards. Taken by Robbie Henshaw. Gibson Park. Ross Byrne. They got numbers on the outside. But it's slow developing. They took too long. McCarthy cuts back. He's inside the 22. Dumps it back to Josh van der Fleer. Van der Fleer down about 14 meters away. And Toulouse player lying there, blocking the play, slowing down the play. Ross Byrne now. And he passes it back to Porter. Porter can't pass it because the player is in front of him. The ball's available, but Toulouse has got their hands in there. Leinster, 5 meters out. Gibson Park throws it away. James Lowe gives it to Toulouse. What a dumb play. And Chaco Barres has a clearance kick. It's going to bounce all the way down, but it bounces friendly for Leinster. Hugo Keenan now. My goodness. Oh, man, he dumps it right in Josh Van der Fleer's face. And they got him around the neck. Come on. He's holding him by the neck. Are you blind? Right in front of you. They're going to drive into touch here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, he's got him by the neck. It's a hell of a tackle. My goodness. Look at this. It grabbed him around the neck. How is that not a freaking card? Juan Cruz Malia had him in a headlock. Unbelievable. This is another occasion when a card should have been awarded. He wrapped the guy around the neck. Unbelievable. So I don't know what's going on here. The clock has stopped. Or we got substitutions. Are we looking at something? What's going on here? Unbelievable. So now the changes for Toulouse now take place with Julien Marchand and Joel Mercer coming on. So that leaves just Cyril Bay out there. Is it really Cyril Bay out there? Mafau is out and Arnold is in at the lock position. Richie Arnold is in now. Line out for Toulouse on the Leinster side of the pitch. They come up. Willis with a carry over midfield. Kalen Doris with a nice counter ruck. Disrupts Dupont. A lot of pressure for Dupont there by Kalen Doris. Dupont goes back the other way. Ntamak, and he runs into trouble there, but does a nice job picking up several meters. Who's got the ball? I can't see if Toulouse still has it. There it is. Good Lord. 55 minutes in the contest now. You're going to come to the near side. They go back towards the center. Kalen Doris and Josh Van der Fleer there for the tackle. Bodies everywhere on the ground. Come to the near side. Oh, nicely done there. Robbie Henshaw. Cyril Bay with his first carry that I remember. Ball's lying on the turf there. Kalen Doris staying clear. A little kick over the top, but that's going to be fielded by Osborne. Leinster have it. James Lowe kicks it back the other way. That's a 50-22 in effect, but it's caught in the air by Blair Kinghorn. It comes up past the 10-meter line. No one's caught him yet. Midfield, Kalen Doris takes him down. It wasn't Kalen Doris, excuse me. It was Ryan Baird. Marchand, Julien Marchand, his first touch since coming in. Cyril Bay. On the near side, they go to the wing. Oh, nice tackle there, but they pick up about 20 meters carried by Mathis Lebel. Back to the center, it goes to Toulouse. No time for errors or penalties here. Over to the middle, Marchand. Dupont digs it out, sends it into Ntamak. Nearly breaks through, but he's tackled over there by Ross Byrne. They try to cut back to the inside, but Dupont, and there's Costas. He's taken down. And offside. Offside against Leinster. Makeable penalty. Makeable penalty. JPS, YouTube hates me because I am an honest person who gives objective analysis of the news around the world, and I call it hypocrisy with facts, and they don't like that. I've been targeted ever since since November of 2020 when I covered the elections of 2020, and I wasn't some conspiracy nut that made all these false claims. I simply reported out the factual violations of Pennsylvania election law and then became a target. And the reason YouTube goes after people like me is that I'm not just some dude sitting on his couch eating Cheetos who's never done anything, but actually am quite accomplished and successful and have been at the highest levels of governance. And so they came after me and they put a stamp on all of my channels. Yes, it is hard to find my content. Matthew says they're going to win their 6th title. So Blair Kinghorn now missed his last kick, but this one's from 41 meters. Should make this one and give Toulouse the lead once again. "57 minutes, 48 seconds in the contest. But thanks for making the effort to find me, JP. That's going to curl back just inside the post, and it's 12-9. Ruben says Leinster suck. And Cyril Bile goes off, being replaced by Rodrigo Netti. And Tomas Ramos is coming on too. Costas is going off. Ball's kicked to the 22, and oh boy, who got down there? Somebody for Leinster got there. It was Jordan Larmour, but didn't make the tackle. They do make the tackle over the 22, though. Dupont digs it out, sends it over. So substitutions coming in now. A number of substitutions for Toulouse, but Leinster pretty much with the same line out, except for Jason Jenkins taken out by a dirty, cheap shot to the knee and replaces an injury replacement. And then Will Connors came out. Josh Van der Fleer. Connors was ineffective. They go wide. Blair Kinghorn kicks it down the pitch. It's going to bounce. Nope, it's going to in the air inside the 22, taken by Hugo Keenan. He'll kick it from inside his 22, looking for touch. He finds it. That'll slow things down. Down to the final 20 minutes of this contest here. Tomas Ramos out there. Substitution for Leinster coming in now. Jack Conan's coming in the game now. Ryan Baird is out. Jack Conan is out there. Line out. Successful for Toulouse. Not challenged. Over to the middle of the pitch. Tackles made there. Kalen Doris once again. Oh, nice carry by Toulouse over midfield. Osborne nearly got there. Toulouse kicks it. Malia kicks it. It's going to go inside of 22. Boy, Hugo Keenan had to wait for that thing to quit bouncing. James Lowe on the far side. And that's picked up on the far side over there. Is that Intimac? Oh, that's a forward pass to Kinghorn. Another forward pass. 2 forward passes in a row. And Toulouse still has the ball. Miracle. All these forward passes. We're going to come back. The side judge. Yeah, they finally. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Side judge finally picked up the original was a forward pass from Intimac. Oh, yeah. Yeah, clearly a forward pass. So it'll be a scrum to Leinster. Last 20 minutes here, folks. Champions Cup. Not exactly the wall-to-wall action we were hoping for. Yes, if you like and substitute, it does help, supposedly, in the algorithm. So we'll see. But thank you for that, if you do. No, we're not picking up any subscribers today. Yesterday we picked up a handful. Appreciate that. Yeah, so yesterday, 31, we've gained 1 subscriber today. Here we go. 60 minutes, 61 minutes. Toulouse leading by 3. It's a scrum to Leinster just on the Toulouse side of the pitch at about 45-meter point. And a penalty. Is that a penalty against? It's a penalty. No, they're going to come for the scrum again. Is it early engagement? What happened there? No weight on the bind is what Carly is saying. But Matthew Carly, what a terribly officiated game. So, we're going to redo this one. Crouch. Bind. Set. Oh, and Leinster drives them forward. They win a penalty. They can make a kick here, but let's see what they do with it. Oh, James Lowe gets hit hard. Hugo Keenan, they're going to come back for the penalty now. That's a mess. And who's down there? Is that Kalen Doris? Somebody's down on the turf. Lowe got hit hard. And James Lowe once again threw the ball right to the defender. It's twice he's done that today. Not his best game. So this is a kick. Let's see. 18 minutes left. The clock is stopped. Ruben says that was not a forward pass. Ruben's being Matthew Dixon troll of the day. So it's Ross Byrne who's down. That's why the clock is stopped. So I guess Luke McGrath could come in. Oh, boy, second half action here in the Champions Cup, the EPCR, European Professional Club Rugby Championship. Won yesterday, the Challenge Cup, by a South African side. It's the Sharks from Durban. Traveled to this very same stadium, Tottenham Hotspur in London, and won that game decisively. The score wasn't even close. Final score is 36-22, but it wasn't that close. Looks like we're going to have a substitution. Kieran Frawley. Yeah, Ross Byrne is going out. Well, no, he's limping there. Is he going out or not? Ross Byrne is limping out there, but he's not leaving the game. He's going to kick the ball. They're not going to take the points on offer. And Leinster, every single time, has screwed the pooch down here inside of 22. And somehow they seem convinced that this time is going to be different. Well, maybe with Josh van der Fleer in there, it will be different. But Byrne needs to come out of the game. He's not helping his team. He's limping. Here's a line out. Dan Sheehan, about 10 meters. They have it successfully. They're into them all. Heave, cheers the crowd. At the back is Porter. Gibson Park's going to dig it out. Get it out of there. James Lowe. Osborne. 10 meters out. Gibson Park. McCarthy goes forward. Gibson Park. Ryan. Oh, penalty right in front of the post. Oh, good news. Leinster at least has points. Now they can have Robbie Henshaw to Osborne. Osborne. Gibson Park. They can go for the try. Ross Byrne tries to dump it off. Sheehan with the carry now. Leinster still playing advantage right in front of the post. Let's see if they can get it in. James Lowe dumps it off to Robbie Henshaw. But they're not picking up space. They had a guy on the outside here. They waited too long. Larmer had to wait too long. He dances. He gets around the first row, second row. But they had to wait too long for that ball. It's another advantage here. And we're going to come back for the advantage right in front of the post. Now either you tap and go in front of the post or you take the points. Wow. Byrne cannot even walk. Why is he in the game? You're not helping your team. Now he's finally going out. Now he's finally going out. He's going to kick the goal here. So he's going for the post right in front of it. I hope the injury doesn't cost him the kick. Make sure the arriving players aren't putting their knees on players. Gee, Carly finally noticed that 65 minutes into the contest. So 23 seconds left on the shot clock. This would tie it up. And it's good. 12-12. $15 minutes remain. 12-12. Yeah, Colby doesn't play for Toulouse anymore. Cheslin Colby is in Japan. Yep, it's correct. I know. I got his coffee mug when I was in Toulouse. Here's the restart. Intimac sends it towards the 22. And good job. Up on top, there's Joe McCarthy. They come down with it. Leinster protects the ball for once on the restart. Kaylin Doris again. Oh, it's Sheehan. Is it Sheehan? No. There's Kaylin Doris. Gibson Park. That's not a very good kick. It stays in play. Oh, wow. Jordan Lamar comes away with these over midfield. Brilliant work. Brilliant work. Tad Furlong playing scrum half there. Byrne to Henshaw. Henshaw to Keenan. Josh Vanderfleer. Woo, a thud there. Man, oh man, that was loud. Call to use it. That ball's trapped between some legs, though, so Gibson Park gets it out. And this is a better kick. It's going to go down just short of the 22. Knocked backwards by Leinster. They come up with it. Nicely done. Jack Conan. Leinster has it. Gibson Park gets there. Byrne. Leinster now. Good play here. Let's keep it good, guys. Kaylin Doris with another big carry. Hands in there. Come on, man. Porter now. Andrew Porter on that side. And Leinster crowd is into it. Josh Vanderfleer driving forward. It is a loud cheering crowd, folks. And Toulouse steals the ball. DuPont tackled at midfield. Oh, Leinster turned the ball over. All they needed was a penalty to take the lead. Crowd not happy with that. DuPont digs it out of the ruck, sends it over towards the middle into the hands of Merkler. Merkler's tackled. 14 turnovers won by Toulouse, 7 by Leinster. They're going to go wide. Toulouse has got numbers on the outside. There goes Blair Kinghorn, but he catch him at the 22. He's tackled there. DuPont. And Tamak going to the corner. There's nobody on defense. It's going to be an easy try. Did he get it? Looks like Jordan Larmour got it, but we have to look and see if he got it down. Did Larmour stop it? LeBel may have got it. I don't know if he got him in a touch. We got to go to the TMO on that one. It was close. Very close. Jordan Larmour might have gotten there. Let's see. Let's see. That's a try. Yeah, no, it's in touch. Right boot, it's in touch. No try. Jordan Larmour saves the day. Just gets there. That right boot actually gets down. Yep, right boot. Yep, that's no try. Woo, no try. Jordan Larmour saves the day and the Champions Cup for Leinster for the moment with that incredible defensive effort. And, yep. No try.
Sometimes it's the defense that takes your breath away.
Woo. Wow. Unbelievable. That was incredible. It was a correct call. LeBel not happy about it, but his foot was in touch. So it's going to be a line out for Leinster, but they're not out of the woods yet. 11 and a half minutes in the game. Substitution. Francois Crowe comes off. Brennan comes on to replace him. Successful line out. Gibson Park. Kalen Doris drives forward. Look at this again. Toulouse just lying all over the place. No call. But Gibson Park gets it away. Whew, that's a game saver there. Goes in to touch. It's a hell of a clearance kick this time by Gibson Park. Boy, crowd loving that. Wow. So, it'll be a Toulouse line-out, but it was a nice clearance kick there by Gibson Park, Jamison Gibson Park. Is Kieran Frawley coming in? Kieran Frawley comes in, and Dan Sheehan Kelleher comes in. Line out successful. Alatoa also comes in for Leinster. This maul is going well for Toulouse. They're driving forward down to the 10-meter line on a penalty for collapsing it, but they knock it on. Wow. So, yep, Jack Conan. So that's going to be a kick for Blair Kinghorn. Chance to take the lead here. He's missed one. He's had a great game. Just over 10 minutes left. So I don't know if the penalty was on McCarthy or it was on Conan, but it was on one of them. Is Ramos going to make the kick? Ramos is going to make the kick. Wow. So Blair Kinghorn is still out there, but he's not doing the kick. It's Tomas Ramos. Just 9 minutes, 45 seconds remain in the contest. So, Tomas Ramos. 9 minutes, 30 seconds. He's going to get that. 15-12. Boy, I'll tell you that stop on Dan Sheehan in the first half really is the difference in this game. Sheehan almost got a try running all the way down the field there. Kieran Frawley with the restart, going to be inside the 22. They go up for it, they come down with it, and the tackle's made there by Jack Conan. Toulouse, DuPont will dig it out. Leinster needs a turnover, a penalty down here. Ruck is formed. DuPont taking all day to get out of the back there. No call to use it as the clock wears down. DuPont kicks it up the pitch. Is he going to find touch? He does. Somebody's laughing out there. 8.5 minutes remain. Roden Kelleher now, his first line out, just coming into the game. Whistle blowing here. Kelleher throws it in. Successful line out. They have it. Over midfield, Gibson Park to Kieran Frawley. Tackle made there. Gibson Park does the dummy. And McCarthy now with a carry down to the 10-meter line. Chuckle Barrison on the tackle for Toulouse. Driving forward, Andrew Porter still out there from that front row. They go wide. Kieran Frawley, he does a dummy. He's down to the 22. Gibson Park, here come the Leinster side, charging up the pitch. Gibson Park. Osborne. Thank you, Hank, for subscribing. Driving forward. Gibson Park in the middle, looking for the ball. He comes to Hugo Keenan. Leinster cannot make a mistake here. A try would be sweet. Kelleher just came in the game, the new hooker. He drives down. But that ball is going to be stolen. Oh, my goodness. And another penalty down within 10 meters by Leinster. Unbelievable. 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 Yeah, DuPont jackled that ball cleanly. Yeah, DuPont saves the day right there. Oh, Leinster, come on, man. 73-22, the clock is stopped. 12 penalties against Toulouse, 11 against Leinster thus far. My goodness. 15-12, Champions Cup final. It has been no tries. We've had 2 tries disallowed. One by Leinster, which was obvious it was disallowed, and another by Toulouse because the boot was in touch. So Intimac will kick it for some space here. And once again, Leinster gets close, and they don't get it done. So it'll be a Toulouse line out after that penalty for failure to release the ball. Here's the line out now for Toulouse. Julien Marchand will throw it in. Successful line out. Toulouse have it. Leinster running out of time here. 6 minutes remaining now, trailing by 3 points. And they just ruined a great scoring chance there. That ball's available. DuPont brings it out, kicks it over the top. Leinster needs some open space here. Jordan Larmour finds space over the 10-meter line. Picks up about 20 meters. Gibson Park goes wide to Osborne. Osborne on the outside. Robbie Henshaw still out there over midfield. Henshaw still driving. Gibson Park comes back inside to Porter. Andrew Porter taken down there. Gibson Park goes outside. Kieran Frawley. Kelleher. Kalen Doris, who's had a huge game. Offsides. No call. Josh Vanderfleer. He's tackled. Kalen Doris. Leinster going to come to the wing. High in the air. Chase is on. Who's going to get it? It's knocked on by Intimac. Come on, how about a knock on? And Leinster get the ball back. Yes, a scrum to Leinster. 4 minutes, 40 seconds remain. Ross Byrne on the bench, up and cheering him on vociferously. Intimac knocked it on. Great job there, Hugo Keenan, to upset the apple cart there. So, Leinster needs a big scrum right here. Was it Larmour? It wasn't Keenan. It was Jordan Larmour. So Intimac knocks it on. Boy, there's a big gash right there above his left eyebrow. Clock stopped at 75-28, leaves 4 minutes, 30 seconds in the contest. Oh, my goodness. It is getting interesting now. No fat ladies are singing yet. 75 here. Hey, folks, hit the like button if you don't mind. It only takes a moment of your time.
That was easy.
Yeah, just hit that like button. All right. Thank you very much for that. Any new subscribers? We picked up a couple, I think. Saw somebody subscribe a few minutes ago. Just the one there, okay. So, it's a game I wasn't going to call today. But I decided to do it in the end, and here we are. I wanted to see the Curry Cup game. Well, not Curry Cup, but the SA Cup, and unfortunately I couldn't find a broadcast for that. All right, 4.5 minutes remain. Crowd is getting into it now. Leinster needs the scrum of the day here. JPS says too many Leinster supports in here. No, most people are rooting for Toulouse. Crouch. Bind. Thank you, David Lyons, for the subscription. Set. We're going to reset it here. All right, 4 minutes remain. 76-minute mark has just been passed. Leinster cannot screw around. This time they got to get points or they're going to lose this thing. Leinster fans look very concerned in the stands. The crowd is back into it again. Oh, the Greek was one. Cool. Thank you, Johan. But I couldn't even find a news story on it. Set. Leinster's pushing hard in the scrum. And they've got the drive. They've got the drive. Leinster's got the drive. Did they get... Yes, they finally get a penalty. Leinster have won a penalty here. So... Yeah. 3 minutes remaining. Oh, my goodness. Big scrum there for Leinster. They needed that one. Ross Burns sitting on the bench along with Dan Sheehan, who didn't have his best day throwing the ball in. So Kieran Frawley comes in. Bit of pressure here. 2.5 minutes remaining on this one. Leinster fans are like this. Here's the kick. That's perfect. Tie game. Tie game.
Blue noise.
The Griquas played the Pumas. Wow. Wow. 15-15. Wow, winds up being a heck of a game. No tries. That's nerves of steel for Kieran Frawley. Just came in the game. Intimac's going to try to go short with it. And Leinster managed to come down with it. Good job there. Couldn't see who it was. Was it Caelan Dorse? Or was it... I don't know who it was. I couldn't see. Gibson Park digs it out. He kicks it over the top. Chases on over here on the near side. It goes backwards into the hands of Alatoa, and Leinster has the ball on the Toulouse side of the pitch. Kieran Frawley, Robbie Henshaw. Flamond into the game. Haven't called his name the whole day. Kelleher, Leinster, Alatoa. Down to the 10-meter line. Gibson Park comes wide inside the 10-meter. Jordan Larmore. Leinster now. 1 minute left in the game. Ryan, they want to get it close and then get a drop goal attempt here. That will be a dramatic finish. Josh Vanderfleer drives for it. DuPont doesn't make the tackle. Vanderfleer still going forward. Down to 24 meters away. Alatoa now with the carry. Back in the center of the pitch. Leinster picking up the pressure. But they made a lot of mistakes here this game. Hugo Keenan. Now we're in position for the drop goal. Here it is. Kieran Frawley for the drop goal. Will he get it? No. Oh, left of the post. Oh, it was too soon. They should have waited a little bit longer. Oh, should have waited a little bit longer. They had it. My goodness, that was the game right there. No, he just rushed it. Just went left of the post. Ah. My goodness. Oh. Kieran Frawley could have been the hero there. But he doesn't get it done. Just misses the kick. Wow. All right, so this will be a kick from the 22 now. Just 19 seconds on the clock. Man, oh man, that could have been it. Leinster almost won it. So Intimac kicks it from the 22. Leinster's got to secure this. And Larmore, of course, does at the 50, but he needs help. And they come away with Josh Vanderfleer. Stolen by Toulouse. How did they steal that? So they're at their 10-meter line now. Leinster, big mistake there. And we got a player down over here. Merkler's down for Toulouse. So they're short a player. Intimac. Tomas Ramos in the middle of the pitch. He's tackled back just in front of his 22. Don't want to give away a penalty here. So, Intimac kicks it in a touch. Wow. Overtime. Wow. We're going to overtime. Can you believe this? Full time, it's a tie game. Wow. The crowd boos as we go to extra time. Wow. What the heck? So we go to extra time now as Intimac just kicks it in a touch. That's very disappointing. Wow. Oh, Kieran Frawley rushed that kick. He had all the time in the world and went left of the post. We'd be done now. I could take a break and get some rest. Instead, now we go to extra time. My goodness. Oh, going to extra time. See, there's a Toulouse fan, Ruben. Antoinette, there's a Toulouse fan. Mamour's a boss, Toulouse. There you go. Look at that. Somebody complained there was too many Leinster fans in here. 3 people in a row. What a battle, Matt. Yeah, it is. It is. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Whew, gosh bless. This is something else. I'll tell you. In the end, I guess we could say it's a pretty darn good game. But man, whew, what a pressure cooker here. What a pressure cooker here. Kieran Frawley comes on, gets the penalty conversion when they win a scrum penalty, and ties the game up. Then they get the ball back. They're in position. They get him in the slot for the drop goal, and it goes wide left. Rushes the kick. Didn't have to rush it. Toulouse steals the ball, even though Leinster got it back. So now we go to extra time. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Players on the pitch talking it through. But Toulouse did not want to risk anything that deep. They just put it in a touch. Wow. Woo. My goodness. 3rd time in the history of the Champions Cup that it goes to extra time. My goodness gracious. Connor says it's a good game. Yeah, in the end, it is a good game. DuPont's played out of his mind. And then for Leinster, Caelan Doris has played out of his mind. Joe McCarthy's played pretty well. Robbie Henshaw's played very well, too. Yep. And Sheehan, aside from his poor line-out work a couple of times, played very well. He's on the bench at this point of the game. Cian Healy, I don't think, is in the game yet. I haven't seen him come in. Luke McGrath either. You're going to keep Gibson Park out there. So DuPont giving instructions over there in French. Wow. Something else, folks. Robert says, well said. Yeah, thank you for that. That's my analysis. I mean, that's what we've seen here. Other than DuPont on the other side, who's had a great game. Let me see. Flamont, I forgot he was in the game. We just called his name a moment ago. Really, I don't think... Blair Kinghorn and DuPont have had the best games. All right. Players coming off the pitch, and those who are in the game are staying out there. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man. Extra time here, folks. Kieran Frawley probably kicking himself, especially if Leinster doesn't win this one, but really can't blame him. I mean, they kind of rushed that. They could have got another 10 meters for him. But he also rushed his kick. DuPont played a heck of a game here. Saved a try earlier. So, wow, bonus extra time here for the audience in London. Oof. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Not a single try in this game. So here we go. We're ready to get restarted. Extra time. 15-15 extra time. Wow. Toulouse will kick. Whistle blows from Matthew Carley. And that ball, Leinster has it outside their 22. Going to try to work through. Kelleher. Or no, it's not Kelleher. It's actually James Ryan. Gibson Park being told to use it. It's going to kick it from 22 high in the air. He can't put that in touch because it was outside of 22. It's taken there. LaBelle gets that. So Toulouse now with the ball. Extra time, 36 seconds in. Can't have a mistake here. Merkler now with the ball. Leinster trying to steal it. They release it. Santiago Chacobaras, who was injured early but stayed in the game. Nice carry there. Dupont. Oh, it's knocked away by Leinster. They're going to TMO. They're going to TMO. Piardi says it wasn't a genuine attempt. We might have a card. Yeah, that's going to be a card. Yellow card. Wow. Wow. Yellow card against James Lowe. Wow. That's going to cost them the game. Wow. Yep, that's a yellow card. He looks shocked. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, man. Wow. Man, oh, man, oh, man. So Tomas Ramos here. He's had one kick since he came in the game late. Took over the kicking duties from Blair Kinghorn. A few people jeering in the crowd. That's not going to make it. That's wide right. Wow. So Blair Kinghorn playing amazingly, lights out, and they replace him with Ramos, who misses that kick. So that ball goes from the 22 out to almost midfield. Toulouse with the ball now. Leinster short a man. They need a breakaway or something here. Andrew Porter over the ball. Doesn't get the steal. Dupont comes to the near side. Osborne on the outside. Oh, Frawley got hit. Frawley's injured. He's down. Toulouse still with the ball. Porter. So now Leinster down two players because Frawley's laying on the pitch and they won't stop play. And here comes the try. Down the sideline. There's no defender there. Toulouse is going to win the game because Kieran Frawley's lying on the pitch. Unbelievable. Matisse Lebel. Kieran Frawley. I want to go back and see what happened there. Wow. Wow. I want to see that. Frawley injured. They're down two players. There's no defender out there. Wow. Unbelievable. Josh Van der Fleer was trying to get an arm in and knock that ball loose, which just couldn't quite get there.
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Yeah, frankly, that play should have stopped when the player went down injured because there was no open field play. It was all around the ruck. Restart. DuPont breaks through. He's tackled. So is Frawley out? If Frawley went out, who came in? No update from these TV crew. And the camera wasn't looking where I need to see. So Leinster squandered this one. Frawley's still out there. Leinster takes that at midfield. Matthew Carley says no to the Toulouse player trying to get the ball. The ball's high in the air and it's caught by Ramos. Now they're singing 50-22. Oh my goodness. Wow. Ooh. Kinghorn. It was just a collision. Frawley just had a bad tackle there. Still in the game. Clock is stopped now. I don't know why. Okay. Kieran Frawley's staying in the game. So I don't know why the clock is stopped, but extra time 6 minutes, 16 seconds. So DuPont gets another successful 50-22 there, and it's going to be a Toulouse lineup. Wow. Leinster under a lot of pressure now in extra time. 6 minutes, 16 seconds. Clock restarts. It's a Toulouse line out just inside the 22 after a successful 50-22 kick from Antoine Dupont. And we got a whistle blowing here for something. Telling somebody to get off the pitch, I think. There we go. Successful line out to Toulouse. This is where Leinster got in trouble before on this maul, collapsing it. Oops, somebody's bum is exposed. Kalen Doris. Oh, now they're driving. Toulouse down to 10 meters. They break free down to 5 meters, and they're playing advantage. Ball stolen. He's calling for diving on the wall. Kelleher. Wow. 7 minutes in extra time. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. It's an important call for me to take. I told them I'll call them back. So they're going to take the penalty shot here, kill the clock, and get themselves a 10-point lead. Kieran Frawley, if he just gone a little bit slower, missed that drop goal. Wow, Leinster had this game in their grasp. $7:56 extra time. 8 minutes of extra time. Tomas Ramos now with the conversion. Attempt. Should make it easily. He does. 25-15. This all went south very quickly. James Lowe killed his team. Cian Healy finally comes in the game. Cian Healy in his 8th Champions Cup final now. They go short with this. And, Robbie Henshaw couldn't grab it. Oh, my goodness. Robbie Henshaw had a chance. They had a nice bounce kick there. It was a knock-on by, and Robbie Henshaw just couldn't, right to his fingertips. Oh, of course he had to get around Ramos, but still. I think he thought he had it. Man. But it should be a scrum to Leinster. No, it's Gloucester. I guess they didn't knock it on. It went backwards. Call to use it once now. This ball's going nowhere. DuPont kicks it. 9 minutes off the clock. It's knocked on by Toulouse, but they get away with a knock on, and they're still playing with the ball thrown into play. And, boy, Gibson Park has to get over there and save it. Penalty for not releasing, and Leinster's just falling apart. Just absolutely falling apart. The thread has come loose, and Leinster are unraveling. There was a knock on, as I said, from the kick. Why don't we go back and look at that? Toulouse knocked it on. They are going to TMO. I don't know if they're looking at the foul play or if they're looking at the knock-on. We got an injured player here. And it's Cian Healy. Foul play by Red. Yep. Yep. So let's see what happened here. Oh, yeah. That's a red card. That's a red card. Tucked his shoulder, no arms, went straight into his neck. Oh, yeah, no mitigation whatsoever. Oh, my gosh. He could have broke his neck. Unbelievable. And that's right in front of Matthew Carley, and he missed it. He's standing 1 foot from it. And he misses that. It took the TMO to call this. Finally. That's a red card. He knows it, too. You should have seen his face walking away. My goodness. Cian Healy's lucky he's not hurt.
Changes.
Wow.
I think it's going to end up being a yellow card.
Reverse angle now.
Yeah, look,
Yes,
he's
he
fine.
does bind over the top of his own man.
I don't know about that.
So we just want to see it once more, please, from the wider angle, just to see.
I mean, there would have been no contact if he hadn't came in recklessly. It doesn't matter whether Cian Healy was rising or not.
High level of danger, so we need to get to whether there's a mitigating factor, which is potentially
Yeah, he's
number
on
one.
red right now.
Changing his height at the last minute.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, 17, sorry. Show me that
So
once more.
Carley's on red, but he's looking to lower it.
Just at the last second, his head pops up ever so slightly, only 6 inches. And that, for me, that's enough mitigation to make this from red to a yellow.
He's got a card for sure. That was dangerous and
Seen
reckless.
any mitigation?
There's a slight changing height, but I don't think it's significant.
Wow.
Yep, it's
or
going to be red.
sudden. So at the moment, if we follow the process, we're on a red card.
Yep,
I agree, Matt.
yep,
Number
and I
19.
agree as well. Red card.
Arnold's going.
Head contact, foul play, high danger, no mitigation.
Red card. All right, Leinster gets life. Richie Arnold, 19. Okay, and we got a minute 18 left on the card for Leinster. And another terrible kick, gaining almost no territory here. Now we're past the 10 minutes for extra time. Yeah, Richie Arnold's like this. Oh, can't believe he did it. Line out successful. And Leinster into a maul. They pick up 5 meters, 7 meters, 8 meters, 10 meters. Still driving forward. Still driving forward. That maul's still going forward. Now they break away. And Healy, and they've got an advantage here for collapsing the maul. They're playing advantage. Osborne and Frawley, they come on the outside here. Keenan now, but he's tackled. Good reaction by Toulouse. Leinster needs something here. Alatoa, nice handoff back inside. Oh, good tackle there. Going to come back for the penalty. 11 minutes now. This is good news. They'll run out that yellow card for... They're going to take the points. What are they going to do? They kick to the corner. They have to score now. James Lowe comes back on the pitch. I'm not really sure about that decision by Leinster not to go for the post. Porter comes back in for Healy. Kean Healy's out. Porter's back in. Wow. And they're nowhere near the try line. They're out at 19 meters. Dupont is coming out. Antoine Dupont is coming out. Juan Cruz Mali is going out for Paul Garau. All right, line out. Successful, not challenged. Kalen Doris comes down. And Josh Van der Fleer breaks free. Josh Van der Fleer driving down to 5 meters. They got space out here on the outside. James Lowe tackled at the 5 meter line. Gibson Park. Leinster have to score here. McCarthy, bit of obstruction there. Down to 5 meters. Frawley, 2 meters. Gibson Park. Phases now. Leinster, 2 meters out. Crowd is into it.
Half time and extra time, but not beyond the point that Leinster
taking a long time to get it. They go. Still not there. Alatoa. Henshaw.
Working. But it's the big boys keeping it close for the
Josh Van der Fleer right on the edge there. They're down to 2 meters. Pick and go. Didn't get it. Van der Fleer. Van der Fleer's over. He got it. Josh Van der Fleer with a try. They haven't awarded the try yet, but that's a try. They're going to TMO, but that was a try. He has no clear view.
Have to see
we have the ball in goal. We'll see if we can find the grounding.
the ball placed.
Josh Van der Fleer did place that ball, but will he get it?
Camera angle.
We need the right angle here.
Hesitation there.
There it is, right there. There it is. We can see it. Yeah. Yep, we got it.
From Marchand, didn't come forward, gave Van der Fleer the shot to the line.
Here we go, this side. Yep, there it is. You can see it on the line. That's a try.
The critical thing is we have to see it. In all probability, it is down, but we have to see it down.
Definitely down.
It's down, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
That's definitely down.
That's definitely down, yep. Yep.
How can you not give that?
Porter came on again.
Touch the ground. I'm just trying to work out if it's before the line or
The ball was definitely over the line.
Well, it's not. The bit that touches the ground was short, and then it slides.
So, no, Porter can come in because it's an HIA on Kean Healy.
So this first contact with the ground doesn't count because it's short, but when it slides...
There it is, right
still
there.
in contact with the ground.
Yes. There it is on the ground.
Now, when it slides now.
It's a try.
Like the ball is on the ground here.
Yeah,
I'm just going to time code it to see if it's in goal or not.
Time code
Okay,
it.
so if the ball is on the ground, then I'm comfortable that the ball was in goal.
Yep. All right.
Well, that's
It's
critical.
the first grounding, just 1 second.
Yeah, I know.
So
Carly's
Carly's
saying if the ball's
inclined
on
to
the
award
ground,
it.
It's a try because he was sure that it had gone over the line.
We're just getting both frames.
What
Matt.
the TMO
ball's
saying
clearly
is-
Carly's willing to award it, but the TMO can't make his decision.
What the TMO is saying is it was short initially, so even though it went over the line, did it stay on the ground as it went over the line, or did it come back off the field?
Come on, it's a try. It's a try.
It is coming, Matt. Just bear with us.
Oh my goodness. This has already been
I think they're
5
looking at the
minutes
time code,
waiting
so
for
they're
this.
looking at the two bits of footage
Clock is
and
still
comparing
ticking.
when they've seen the ball down.
My goodness.
So the ball is on the ground here, Matt.
So confirmation, ball on the
We'll
floor.
show you another angle.
So
And
we're
that's
now
where-
comparing
Come on.
the different frames from different angles.
That
It's
angle
over. It's clearly over.
is the angle behind the post that we saw. Goodness me.
This is crazy.
Whatever Leinster do, they don't do it simply, do they? Especially in these
Well
Champions
said.
Cup
Might get
finals.
overruled.
Okay, Matthew, I'm going to come back to your decision.
Yeah,
The ball is clearly on the ground.
yeah.
You have it always in goal.
Yes.
So you may award the try.
We're a try. Oh, and Toulouse looks upset, but not the crowd. Wow.
All because of camera 10.
That's because of a TMO. Without the TMO, that wouldn't have been awarded because it was no try on the field. Wow, Leinster now down to 5 points. I need a conversion here. Farley's got to make this. Has to be over. Kieran Farley can't miss this one. 18 minutes of the first period of extra time. Wow. It's good. 22. Wow. 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 Oh my goodness, man, oh man. Jeez, this is a pressure cooker here, man. What a final. What a final. We had a chance for this game to end 18-15 with Kieran Frawley in the slot. Drop goal, wide left. And then Antomet kicks it into touch. Then it all falls apart as we get into extra time with James Lowe making a dumb decision, costing his team dearly. They give up a try, then they give up a penalty. They're down by 10 points. Now they're down by 3. We're halftime of extra time. Oh my goodness. Folks, this is crazy. Crazy. Leinster and Toulouse. Wow. Francois Crow is back. Meafu's out now. Francois Crow is back. Andrew Porter is back. Porter came back because the HIA. to Cian Healy, who was hit with a red card. So, my goodness. Man. Woo. Oh, my goodness. Crazy stuff. Josh van der Fleer gets the try for Leinster. South Africans, man. Yep, Leinster does have a good scrum. They can win a penalty if it comes to that. But that's a tie. They want to get another try here and win this thing. Oof, that 10 minutes went for 18 minutes. Too many crickets, folks. Oh, yeah, the TV announcer said, we've got 10 more minutes of extra time. And he said, or 18. Yeah, that's right, or 18. That's funny. All right, here we go. Extra time, second half, getting underway here. What a long game here. 98 minutes of play already on an 80-minute game. Here's the whistle. Kieran Frawley kicks the ball outside the 22, and Toulouse comes down with it. Alexander Roumat, whose name we haven't called the whole day, he has it. Now I got to play solid here. Dupont still at scrum half. Tackle made by Porter, who came back into the game after the HIA to Kieran Frawley, who had only been in the game for about a minute when he took a cheap shot. Dupont over the top, chases on. That ball's going to be around midfield. Oh, Hugo Keenan goes into touch. Wow. That was a dumb decision. Should let it bounce. Dumb decision there by Hugo Keenan. Should have let it go. Should have let it go. So they reset the clock at 10 minutes, even though we went to 18 for the second half. So we're 1 minute in, and it's at midfield. Line out to Toulouse, not challenged by Leinster. They're into them all. Alatoa swimming up the side there. He needs to be careful. Don't want a penalty here. Dupont comes up. They spin around. They collapse it, but it's collapsed by Toulouse. Porter trying to stay out of the way. A lot of players on the ground. Oh, they come charging up. Chaco Barras, he's tackled. And Kalen Doris plays the ball on the ground. The whole game, they haven't called that against Toulouse, but they call it against Kalen Doris. Unbelievable. Yep, he's guilty there of the infringement, but Toulouse has been guilty of it all day, and they've gotten away with it. Oh, 2 minutes gone now. Yep, they're going to run this clock down, and they're going to kick this over and be up by 6 points. Gee, many crickets. Van der Fleer Dutch-born? I don't think so. Is he? Irish-born. His dad is Dutch-born. My bad, Charles. I always thought he was a South African national. My bad. Wow. My bad. I've been wrong for a long time. So Ramos kicking this one. He's going to miss it. Oh, no. It faded in. Oh, my goodness. It was wide of the post, and at the last second, it slid in. I thought he missed it. Oh, my goodness. Leinster can't buy a break. Just slid in. 28-22. Wow. Charles thought it was the same thing. Yeah, no, well, I was wrong. We were both wrong. I think I was misled by some announcers once upon a time told me he was South African, and I never checked it. This all starts with Keenan making a dumb mistake. Wow. So here we go. Leinster line out. Ronan Kelleher sends it in deep. They got it successful. They're at their 10-meter line, and Josh van der Fleer has it. They get it back to Kelleher, and it's moving forward. Still going forward, but it kind of collapses there. They get it out of there, throw it over to Cian Healy. Healy's back out there. And what's off their feet? That'll seal the game. Wow, Leinster will lose the game on this. So Healy not releasing the ball. So they'll kick this one, kill some more time, and that'll be it. 15 penalties each conceded. Only went off his feet because you're holding the ball. We still can't go off his feet. You still can't go off your feet. Movaka is back out of the game. Is he getting ready to come in? Rodrigo Netti. The clock has stopped at 14:27 here. Wow. Yeah, let's go for man of the match. I'm putting up man of the match here for you guys. Give you an option here. Yeah, there's your options. Okay. There you go. 3 options for man of the match. Easy kick here. Yeah, TV announcers just mentioned that, Toulouse has got really 4 kickers on the pitch right now. They do. They've got Blair Kinghorn. They've got Romain Ntamak. They've got Antoine Dupont, who also does kicking. And the other one they've got there's Tomas Ramos, who's making a kick right now. Just made that last one. This will put the nail in the coffin. There won't be enough time for Leinster to get a try and a penalty here. So Cian Healy's back in the game, as I said. Porter must be out. Yep, that's going to make it 31-22. That's it. That does it. Leinster had this game wrapped up in the last 30 seconds of the game. Leinster tried to go short, but Toulouse comes away with the ball. Dupont high into the air. Chase is on here by LaBelle, I think. That ball's knocked on by Toulouse. Way too much going on for me to be clear about what's going on there, says Matthew Carley. At least he admits it. A lot of chaos, and we got a Toulouse player down. So 15-58. Oh, good Lord. Dupont is not the best player I've ever seen play. He's great, but he's not the best player ever. 4 minutes left. Well, the drama of that Josh van der Fleer try really is diminished now. Charles says Leinster makes it further than their country does. Fair point. What's going on here? Clock is stopped with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Looks like an uncontested scrum. Brian Habana wearing a jersey of an official. I didn't know he was officiating. Oh, that's not Brian Habana. Excuse me. It's Craig Evans. Brian Habana. Craig Evans. Craig Evans down there. Yeah, okay. So Marchand is off. Mavoka is back on. Hard to keep track here. Julian Marchand comes off. Mavoka comes back on. So is this an uncontested scrum? No. Looks like they're going to have a scrum. All right, 3 minutes and 40 seconds remain. Leinster's Champions Cup is wilting away. Bind. Set. And they win a penalty. That's good. Frawley comes away. Osborne back to Frawley. Frawley on the outside to go wide to James Lowe. Lowe dances. He's close to that touchline. Need to be careful. Gibson Park. Leinster trying to get on the front foot here. Toulouse playing loose. Ryan goes forward, almost to the 22. Gibson Park on the near side. Robbie Henshaw, just 3 minutes left in the game. They need to score quickly here. They have to get a try here. Healy. Frawley. Van der Fleer, and it comes loose. Lost it forward. That's going to do it. DuPont with the ball, and he's being drugged down, but there's a whistle blowing. Van der Fleer lost the ball, and that's going to do it. That's the final gasp from... clock is stopped with 2 minutes and 17 seconds. DuPont getting a little bit of treatment on the back of his neck here. I think he must be getting stiff. DuPont is the television man of the match. What have you guys come up with? Yeah, 85% say DuPont. Yep. All right, just 20 votes. I'm going to end it there. Oh, Leinster. Imagine if they hadn't been so stubborn and trying to, those 6 times trying to get a try and turn the ball over. They just kicked those penalties. They could have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 more points and never would have gotten to the stage. But hey, got to be stubborn. Scrum to Toulouse. And they're driven backwards initially. Ball's in there. Now they're driven back. They blow up the scrum. The ball's on the ground. Who's got it? Off your feet. They're all off their feet. Intimac kicks it into touch. Didn't get very far, so it's going to be a lineup to Leinster, but this is not really going to matter. It's 18-25. They got to score very quickly. Or get a penalty and put it over. Minute and a half left. 31-22. Kelleher, successful. Gibson Park, over the middle. Oh, bad pass. Player had to drop to his feet. Who was it, Larmore? Yeah. Toulouse entering from the side again. Another penalty not called on this team. Right in front of the post. That could have got the game back to within a try. Down to the last minute here. Here we go. Drop goal, Frawley. And he missed it again. Missed it again. That's going to do it. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't even close. Not even close. Toulouse will win this. And I was just in Toulouse for the Rugby World Cup. Toulouse and Toulon. Yep. At the 22, Hugo Keenan to Frawley. Frawley, 5 seconds left. He's tackled. Ball stolen. There's a penalty there. Crowd gets a little excited for no reason. So he can take the kick for the penalty, but the game's over either way, they're saying. So they're going to kick for distance here. Yep. Pretty much over, though. That's it. Yep. Kelleher. They have the line out successful. Until Maul goes Leinster. 21 minutes now. They played 18 the last time. Alatoa driving forward down to 4 meters. Leinster, Gibson Park. Henshaw, 3 meters. Gibson Park. Still driving. Oh. That should have been a knock on. That's it. That's the game. Final score. Wow. Deported to Finland. Why Finland? How about Ukraine? Wow, Kieran Frawley just gobsmacked that they blew this game. They had it. Leinster had this game in the bag. Stubbornness. This is what happens. They're arrogant. They always do that, and that's why they lost games on the road in South Africa. Arrogance, not taking the points on offer. And the red card didn't cost Toulouse. They managed to win this game down a player. They spread their lead down a player. Wow. That's it, folks. Wow, this was a long one here. We've been at this for quite a while now. So 3 hours because this game has just went on and on and on. Final score is 31-22. Yeah, very disappointing performance by Leinster, especially late in the game. And yes, I'll complain about Carley. His officiating was not very good. He let Toulouse get away with all kinds of stuff at the breakdown they never should have been able to get away with. Right, so Kieran Frawley a little upset, but don't blame yourself. Team made poor decisions here. Right, that's going to do it here from Central Pennsylvania. So I never did put that last try up there. So 31-22 is the final. And there's your Champions Cup. So we've covered the Challenge Cup, and the Sharks win, and Toulouse wins the Champions Cup. All right, folks, thanks a lot. Have a good one. Appreciate it. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time. Next week, I will be in Cape Town at the HL Greenpoint Stadium, so I won't be broadcasting that day because I'll be at the game. So I might just do a quick little snap from the game, but if they play music, I get a copyright strike, so I can't do that. Anyway, folks, yeah, thanks a lot. We'll catch you later, and off to South Africa for a month. So cheers. Thank you for your support, and we'll catch you here next time I broadcast, whenever that may be. Cheers.